Due to ShowPro's aggressive copyright takedown policy, this re-upload will be audio only, with the fully edited version available to my patrons, link in the description below. I've recently started watching the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime, and I'm having an absolute blast so far. The series oozes fun out of every pore, and it's just really pleasant to watch. But there's also a lot of character moments that have me hooked as well, one of them being the new direction they've taken Team Rocket, and how it only took 2 episodes to make them interesting antagonists again. In my review of Pokemon X and Y, I noted that the only part of the series I considered more negative than positive was Team Rocket, because for the vast majority of the series, they were just one-note villains whose only goal was to capture Pikachu. And I want to break down a few examples to show how Sun and Moon rectifies that almost immediately. But before that, I want to revise a few things I've said in the past. In my review, I said that Team Rocket didn't have anything interesting going on with them until X, Y, and Z, which is not entirely true since I completely forgot about Jessie's Pokemon performances. But these were still fairly late into the series, as Jessie doesn't even make her performance debut until episode 60, which is still much longer than it took to do something interesting with Team Rocket in season 1. Aside from these moments, Team Rocket's only identity before Team Flare shows up is their pursuit of Pikachu, and the ways they go about it really aren't that interesting. In contrast, let's take a look at their Sun and Moon introduction in episodes 3 and 4. In episode 3, the first Pokemon they battle is not Pikachu, but instead a wild Mimikyu, because they're down to just Meowth and Wobbuffet again and need to bolster their team, and Meowth ends up completely traumatized by this battle. Later on, when Satoshi and Pikachu start battling the same Mimikyu, Team Rocket jumps in to stop them because they saw Mimikyu first and want another go at capturing it. Meowth then goes into battle against Pikachu, audibly acknowledging that he's about to get annihilated, but is saved by Mimikyu, who displays an intense grudge against Pikachu. Rather than gloat and parade about in arrogance as they normally would, Team Rocket goes into this encounter with Pikachu knowing that they are completely outclassed, which makes Mimikyu's choice of siding with them all the more exciting. It's not fun watching the good guys beat up on weak villains, so evening out the sides makes the battle so much more intense. This single writing choice humanizes them so much more than their debut in X and Y. The ending of this battle throws yet another curveball into the mix with the addition of the bear Pokemon Kitaruguma, who abducts them from the battle scene before Pikachu can send them blasting off. It's a deliberate misdirect, hinting that the writers might be tired of Team Rocket's formulaic exits and are set on trying out new ideas for this series. Moving on to episode 4, Team Rocket spends most of their time trapped in Kitaruguma's den, desperately trying to get out, but Kitaruguma forces them to stay every time they try. Jessie is frantically throwing Pokeballs at Mimikyu hoping to capture it, but to no avail. Eventually she takes a luxury ball from James, who tries to take it back, claiming that it's part of his collection. We've already seen James's bottle cap collection countless times in the past, so hearing that he collects rare Pokeballs fits right in with his character. And it's just a nice little add-on to make him feel a little more fleshed out. Jessie manages to capture Mimikyu with the luxury ball, but is caught by Kitaruguma when she tries to pick it up. Initially, Team Rocket is afraid that they're about to be eaten, but they relax when Kitaruguma starts feeding them honey, playing into Team Rocket's needy attitude towards food. Later, while Kitaruguma is away, they attempt another escape just as a flock of Tsutsukera swoop in and steal Kitaruguma's berry stockpile. Team Rocket seems almost appalled by their thievery, the irony of that being lost on them entirely as expected, and Jessie decides that they should take the berries back to repay Kitaruguma for the food and shelter. In this instance, their criminal desire to capture new Pokemon in the Alola region has almost been relegated to a secondary goal, with their personal goal of getting the berries back for Kitaruguma taking priority. And if they happen to capture some Pokemon along the way, then all the better. While they ultimately fail to capture the Tsutsukera or Pikachu in the end, as Kitaruguma interrupts their battle once more, they do manage to get the berries back, so it's still a partial success. Rather than the worn down desire to capture just Pikachu, Team Rocket's first 2 appearances in Sun and Moon are motivated by 2 entirely different desires: to get stronger and to repay someone's kindness. And this trend of giving them interesting motivations for each episode seems to be continuing so far, which makes me a very happy Pokemon fan. I know it's a bit much to expect this from every episode of the series, but I really do hope that they keep this up for as long as possible, level so that the main villains of Pokemon can be just as fun to watch as the heroes. Thanks again for watching, everyone. The summer is finally here, so hopefully I'll have enough time to put out a new video every week. I'm going to try and hold myself to that for as long as possible, so in the meantime be sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest videos, and don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. My name is Ember, and I'll see you next time.